you probably me. I bet you probably.
That's right. Go.
When I'm friendly, for see what see. You see me there. I do enemy. I bet you proud. I bet you probably me. I bet you I'll free.
What if I said I was planted on this planet? From a seed like a tree. You can see it in my roots. I got melanin in me. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and proud to be. God deep down in me. I'm black and I am free. I was planted on this planet. From a seed like a tree. You can see it in my roots. I got melanin in me. Yo, what's up, world? I am Joe Henson.
I'm Briley.
And we are Blight Love, man, and we welcome y'all to the third episode of
Lame Shit Different
Day. You did, man. Hey, man, I don't know, man. I hope all y'all feeling good, because, boy, I am vibing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, for real,
It's all
nigga.
about the vibe.
It's all about the vibe, man. And, I don't know, man. I just had to check and make sure. But I don't know, man. It's just, man. Shit, man. I'm sorry, y'all, but shit, man. Have you ever had like a day or a consecutive amount of days that were so good that I don't know, it just gave you a high, like a natural high? That's how the past 2 days been for us. You know what I mean? I can definitely speak for me, because I feel high as fuck right now. And I ain't did shit. You know what I mean? But it's just good conversation with good people, man. Connecting with good people, man. And shit, today ain't even over. Like, it's what time? It's like 4 something. Today ain't even over. You know what I mean? We trying to get that podcast episode in before we go to that all white party for our homegirl Dodie. Shout out to Dodie. Shout out to Dodie. It's her birthday, man. Shout out to Dodie. Shout out to all the cancers. Y'all niggas can be a little testing for my Aquarian ass, but I love y'all, man. I love y'all heart. I love y'all sensitivity. I love y'all intuition. I love how y'all love people. You know what I mean? I love, at least the good counselors, I love y'all loyalty. You know what I mean? I appreciate what y'all add to the world. So shout out to all the counselors, man. And speaking of counselors, Briley's birthday is Sunday. You did? July 5th. That was the day my other half was born. So, you know, man, we got reason to celebrate that week. As far as July 4th, fuck that. But, you know,
But if y'all got some plates y'all willing to share?
Yeah. What's up?
I like to eat.
What's up? If you got some plates, now holla at us. We don't care about the 4th, but I will get 4 plates. You did? But yeah, man. So shit. That's all I can say. I know we gotta do this podcast. But I'm just vibing, man. But anyway, man, we welcome y'all to the third. What's up? I thought you was gonna say something. But yeah, man, we welcome y'all to the third episode of Lame Shit Different Day, man. And if you don't know, Lame is living as me every day. You did what I'm saying? And boy, it feel good to be lame. So we gonna talk, man. That's what we do. We got big teeth. We gonna talk. I got a big mouth. I'ma talk. And y'all feel free to hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out our brand new single, Juneteenth Everyday. I think it's something we need, man. I think it's something the world needs. It's definitely something our city, Albany, need. But I think it's something the world need, man. I think us as a people, black people, I think we gotta know that we are free. Yep. And we gotta not look at Juneteenth as something we celebrate on June 19th and celebrate that motherfucker every fucking day and realize every fucking day you free, I'm free, we free. You did? And I talk how I talk and live how I live and dress how I dress and do what I do because it's a symbol of my freedom. I exercise my freedom. So y'all go check that out, man. It's a very dope record. I ain't just saying that because we own it. I'm just saying it because it was given to us. You know what I mean? That was given to us. But y'all check out that Juneteenth Everyday. Today, though, ironically, today with the podcast, we want to tap on something, man. We want to tap into something that how can I say this? It's been a reoccurring thing in this week. The way we do this podcast and what we talk about, we pretty much base shit off of what happened in the week or what happened that day that we choose to film, whatever, right? Because this ain't one of them trending topic podcasts. We don't give a fuck what's trending like that. I mean, I it's things that we care about, but we just not those guys. Like, we're not those people who just want to, oh, that's what everybody else talking about. Okay, that's what we going to talk about. So people will click on it and like it and yada. We different, man. We have our message to give to the world, and we going to give our message to the world, and we going to make sure our message always remains authentic and original and ours. We have our voice, and the world, and especially mainstream media, have their voice. So with that said, this might not have nothing to do with what's going on in the world, but we want to talk about kids. We want to talk about parenting. We want to talk about how, and not even just kids and parenting. You don't even have to be a parent to really fit what we talking about, but we want to talk about how adults kind of affect kids. And how the things that we say, the things that we do, the way we handle circumstances, we are examples for the future. We are examples for the youth. We are examples for the kids. You know what I mean? And as y'all already seen at the beginning of the podcast, we played a clip of a 2-year-old vibing to Juneteenth. I don't even want to say vibing, performing Juneteenth every day, man. And that would really inspire this episode. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. To be an artist, especially to be the type of artist we are, the type of artists who we're very conscious of the power in our words. It means something, man, to make something that a 2-year-old can actually sing and it be healthy. It be a mentality that would help that 2-year-old. It's good programming, not bad programming. That means so much to us, you know, especially to me. I can definitely speak for me. That's the world to me. Everybody want Grammys. Everybody want awards and to be that nigga and all this other shit. For me, though, while everybody else trying to make a hit, I want to make an impact. We make an impact. You know what I'm saying? It don't ever have to chart the Billboard top 200. But I know one thing, that 2-year-old love it, feel it, connected with it, and that's going to help. You know what I mean? That's good programming. So, you know, for me, I see what I deem to be the bigger picture. But, yeah, man, shout out to Orion, man. Shout out to our partner, Orion, man. Very good dude, man. That was his son, man. Just showing love to the record, man. It's crazy because we actually just left Orion house. And that's part of the reason I'm beaming like a laser right now, because we just had a dope connection with him, man. And we always connect when we see him and talk to him and have our exchanges. But I don't know, man. It was something different in the outer day, man. Yeah. It was something different, man.
And we actually got to interact
meet him
with the 2-year-old, which is his son.
Check this out, though. We met the 2-year-old who loved the song, but then he cried when he met us. But the thing was, he didn't know we was there. So when he walked in the room, he was like, "Who y'all is?" You know what I mean? But he a sweet little boy, man. I love their kids. I love their tribe. They have a little tribe. I love their tribe, man.
We also got to experience his joy of the song in person.
Yes, because he listened to it like, what, 2 times while we were there? 3 times?
He had it on repeat the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
man.
And kept saying, "Look."
Yep.
Look.
So I don't know, man. To all the artists out there, man, to all the communicators out there, you know, I can never tell nobody how to spread their message, how to share their story, whatever the case may be. But this is just something to think about, man. Make something you can really be proud of. And I mean, like, not proud of today. Not proud of just because it got a lot of hits or a lot of likes or a lot of streams. But make something. This is just my opinion now. This is just my opinion and my perspective. Make something that you can be proud of when you're 40, 50, 60 years old. You know what I mean? Like, think about certain artists who had certain songs that had certain messaging when they were younger, and then they got older and they got to still have people talking to them about this hit song. But that hit song might have been something that do not represent their more mature selves.
Mm-hmm.
And now they kind of like cringe when people mention it. You know what I mean? Like, so artists, if you're a communicator, whoever you are, you ain't even got to be an artist. Just be mindful of the power of your words. You know what I mean? And I think this is a perfect segue into our message. So with that said, man, ain't it interesting how a 2-year-old can connect with music? You know what I mean? Yeah. Ain't that interesting? I remember my mama telling me when we was in her womb, she played music for us. You know what I mean? And sometimes we would respond to the music. My brother Sean, he came through yesterday. We had a dope ass conversation. He was just talking about how I took to music when I was a baby. I don't know this shit. You know, I don't really have any stories that I really know for when I was a baby. But with my family, I can imagine that I was an old activist. I was soaking shit up. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting, man, how something like music really is a universal language that even a 2-year-old can rock with. So if music has that power, I would imagine a father talking to the child's mother would also have that power. How he talked to mama, how mama talked to daddy, what kind of music daddy listened to, how daddy argue, how daddy show love, how daddy do this, how mama do this. Like, we have a direct impact on the youth that's coming behind us. And a lot of times, from what I see, from my perspective, from my perception, us as adults, especially younger adults, we get so caught up in what we do and what we want and what we like and what we're into that we forget to think about the responsibility we have as adults. We got to pay the way, y'all. Yeah. We got to pay the way. You did what I'm saying? That's why for me now, you know what I mean? I've been doing music, like writing and shit and rapping for 27 years. I dropped my first mixtape in 2010 called The Appetizers. Everything I have put out, I've been conscious of how somebody else could digest it because I'm conscious of the ear and the eye gates. I'm conscious of that. I'm conscious of what you see reflects you. Like what you see on the outside, if you see it enough, it becomes something on the inside. What you listen to in the outside eventually becomes something within your inside. Like, so if you listen to bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't shit over and over and over, whether it's music or whether it's something that your homeboys say all the time, do you think that you have a very high chance of growing up and appreciating the value of a woman? You know what I mean? Like, if you grow up hearing or seeing that all men are dogs, men this, men that, they bad, they this. If you grow up hearing that and seeing that, do you think you're going to grow up with a mentality that says, hey, I value and appreciate men? You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when I think about it, a lot of this is directly connected to a lot of the racial shit in America. When you really think about it, because racism, you learn racism. Nobody is born racist. You learn racism. You know what I mean? Where do you think people learn racism?
In the house.
In the house, at school. It's different places. In your community. You know what I mean? But one thing I know for certain, racism didn't start with you. It started with somebody that left you an example. You did what I'm saying? So I'm not just blowing hot air when I say, hey, y'all, we got to be conscious of what we putting out. We got to be real conscious of that. So I know I curse a lot. Well, cuss a lot because I don't curse anybody. I cuss a lot, right? So I understand that when I have kids or when I'm around kids, I got to reel it in a little bit. I got to reel it in. And it's not always easy. Because, I mean, I've been cussing since I was in elementary school. So it's not always easy. But I realized, like, hey, Carlo, you got to be careful, right, with that. For kids who might see this podcast or something, which is why when we upload it as something that's not for kids. Because it's like, hey, man, you know, y'all probably don't need to be saying shit, damn, fuck, and all this other shit in goddamn third grade the way I was. You know what I mean? But I can tell you this, even though I was saying shit, damn, fucking everything else that I had heard, it didn't make me a bad person. It just colored my language. You did what I'm saying? It just colored my language. That's all. You know, that's how I look at cussing. It's just coloring to me. So when you hear me say shit, yeah, but I just did a little swoop-de-doop in my damn words, nigga. And it was colored like fuck. And I thought that shit was dope.
What I told you the other day, not to get too sidetracked, but my auntie, I used to wait on the moment for her to say shit. I used to wait on it, and I still love it to this day.
Yeah, man.
She don't say it nowhere near as much, but still.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And you know,
it's character.
Yeah, thank you, because that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's a character thing for me. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's coloring. Like, it's just a sentence just ain't the same when you throw shit or something in there. It just I got you. You know what I mean? That's why on Juneteenth Everyday, that's basically, technically it's a explicit song, but it's only one cuss word, and that's me. But I had to say bitches, like governments and politicians create boundaries, but not the outer limits. That's outside your jurisdiction, bitches. Like, that had to be said. Like, it had to be said. The message, the expression, the point, the energy, it wouldn't have got off the same if I ain't called them niggas bitches, cause them niggas is bitches. You did? But you know, we love everybody. But
yeah,
you gonna tell the truth.
But
I'm gonna always tell the truth.
To go a little deeper, we're not saying by far to have your kids cuss or anything.
I already gave him it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I gave him this.
But,
I told him.
Still, like what he was saying, kids pick up on everything. So, of course, you have to be who you are so they can know who you are too. But in the process of them developing and growing, you have to be mindful of what you're feeding them. Like what he said with the eye and the ear gate.
Facts.
Because they're constantly observing and taking that information. They don't even realize that they're doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why you will hear off in the distance a kid may curse because they done heard somebody else cuss or whatever, and they testing it. They practice like, how this feel?
Yeah.
How this person gonna react?
Yeah.
And that's with anything. Like, it don't matter if it's with words, if it's with an object. Like, they see you plugging in stuff. I want to plug in something too. I want to touch the stove. Mama over there, daddy cooking something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful of that, and we don't realize, although we're not parents just yet, but we have to realize as parents, though, I forgot my point now. But as they're watching, this is what I was going to say. We have, like, although we have characteristics and our own bad habits, we have to be mindful of our bad habits, because we always be like, I don't want my child to be like me. I don't want them to do this and do that. Sometimes it's just innate because they actually inherit that, like with genetically. But other things that you just picked up and kind of learned and you're doing, they're going to pick up on it too. Yeah. So how you talk to each other. Yeah. Like how I talk to him, he tells me how I talk. He have to keep me in check by my tone. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm gonna have to watch my tone when we have kids, because I don't want to hurt their feelings because mama mean what she say, but I don't want to be talking at them. I want to talk to them so they can have an understanding of what I'm telling them. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add to that? It's funny, right? Because we got Bebop, our little dog Bebop, right? He a Shih Tzu. Fuck shit, he's a Shih Tzu, cause that nigga ain't shit. But he a Shih Tzu mixed with a poodle, right? Very adorable dog. Love the shit out of Bebop. But Bebop is an asshole, right? He's an asshole. So because he's an asshole, we have to get on to him about asshole shit he do at the crib all the fucking time, cause he's an asshole, right? So I'm learning, and I ain't even gonna say I'm learning. I have been learning this very quick. Me and her got two completely different ways that we communicate with him. Mind you now, I'm the nigga. I'm the beast in the house. I'm the one like, if my ass get mad or some shit finna go down, right? Bebop knows I'm the alpha. He fears me. He loves me, but he fears me. When he do something wrong, that nigga looking for me. I'm the nigga he looking for. He alright with her if she whatever. It's me that he don't want to get on that ass. He don't want me to get involved because he like, shit, okay, hold the fuck up, right? So I talk to Bebop very calm.
He do.
I talk to him calm all day until he tries me. I'm talking about really tries me. Like when people knock on the door or some shit, or he's a Shih Tzu / poodle. They like to be heard. They just bark for the sake of barking. So we have a way that we talk to him, and we talk to him very basic. It's just like talking to another nigga. Like I call him nigga, and he know I'm talking to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like he'll bark or some shit, and we'll be like, it's okay, it's cool. Mm-hmm. And I started that. If I'm correct, I started that one, right? It's okay.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, it's okay, it's cool. He knows what that means. That calms him down. That lets him know, okay, I ain't gotta keep barking and turning up. Daddy gonna handle it. That's how I talk to him. It's okay, it's cool. Hey, no, chill out. It's nigga, you know. And then sometimes he'll do too much, like nigga. You know what I mean? But Kaya on the other end,
it don't work so much.
She's a lot more snappy at that nigga, right? So I think about when we have kids, she might, depending on how much, you know, she get control of that, you know, when as she get older and as we grow and evolve, she might be snappy towards the kids. But her snappy is just real quick. Like she I'm talking about she real quick on that ass. She like Pootie Tang with the belt, like real quick, whoosh, and gone. Like real. Better yet, you ain't Pootie Tang, you Pootie Daddy. You the daddy that you never really see present when that nigga hits your ass. But if you grab that orange, that nigga gonna hit the shit out you. Pootie Tang daddy. I'm Pootie Tang. When I come, I'm chilling, bro. I'm just on my, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my Kappa Child type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my water top. You know what I mean? I ain't no Bang No Denny. You know what I mean? I ain't no Bang No Denny, dog. Look, my brother, a Cleeper, me personally, I'm a Bang No Denny. I'm not Nita Top Baddie. That's what I meant to say. I'm not Nita Top Baddie, but I am a Bang No Denny. So I'm the Water Top type, and she the Sada Tay type. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't know what I'm saying, but my brother Arvon know what I'm saying. Chris Rock know what I'm saying. And the nigga that played Pootie Tang know what I'm saying. But guess what, though? Cold me down on the penny stock. So at the end of the day, I don't whip out my belt until Bebop get extra with it, right? So I can imagine as we're parents, like for real parents with children, I can imagine like, we gonna have to make sure that we be careful with how we handle these niggas when they hop out of pocket. And also, we gotta be careful how we handle each other and make sure we don't hop out of pocket. Because what I don't want our kids to see is an unhealthy way to argue and handle conflict. You know what I mean? Like, because we ain't got that down pat yet. We go into unhealthy pockets when we find ourselves in like conflict and arguments and shit like that. But these are just bad habits we formed from watching. You know what I'm saying? Like
watching and also developing our own ways of trying to handle situations. Without anyone ever telling you the right way of handling a situation.
And let me tell you how deep it go for me, right? I grew up in a family where my daddy had a bad temper. And it was many nights, nigga. We'll be at the dinner table eating and some shit go. I can't remember vividly what happened, but something took place at the table and daddy didn't fuck with it. Dinner was different from that moment on. Actually, dinner typically would stop. Like a nigga would get knocked the fuck out of, or it's just some other shit would happen, right? So I grew up seeing an unhealthy way to express anger. And my daddy will beat your ass, right? But it was more than just a typical whooping. This ain't no television, get on my lap and I'ma spank you type shit. This shit was like Roots. This shit was like watching Roots. Or what? Like this shit was like Kunta Kinte. It was them type of ass whoopings, right? So me being a child, I don't know that I'm soaking this up. I don't know this as a child. I learned this as a young adult in my first relationship with a woman, and my first time getting my heart broken, just feeling negative emotions on a level I've never felt them before from a person that ain't in my family. I fucked around and put my hands on her. You know what I mean? Like, shit that ain't, I'm not a violent person. You know what I mean? I'm really not a violent person. But from seeing how my daddy expressed anger and frustration, that shit was programmed in my subconscious mind, meaning it was an automatic response. So when shit got super bad in my relationship, and this only happened a few times. This wasn't a consistent, ongoing thing, thank God, because I had to catch that shit and realize, hey, Carlo, bro, look, this ain't you, bro, and this ain't what you do to somebody you love. This ain't cool. This is not no. You are stronger than this. You are better than this. You know what I mean? But I had to see that. Damn, I had soaked up that shit from my daddy because I seen that. My daddy never hit my mama, but I did see how my daddy were with my oldest brother and with my other brother. I saw like, damn, like this nigga going too far. You know what I'm saying? And I hated it. This is the important part. I hated watching it. But sometimes you become what you hate.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't like that shit, I hated how I felt. I didn't like trying to go to sleep, listening to arguing and the shit. I done cried myself to sleep a bunch of nights, all kind of shit from just seeing and having to experience my daddy's anger in the house. That shit has seeped into my personality. And I didn't learn it until I fell in love with somebody that I was willing to take a bullet for and have that person hurt me to my core. And then I blacked the fuck out. And before I knew it, I done swung. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I always could catch myself a little too late, but not all the way too late. But still, though, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that was some shit that I was ashamed of at the time. That was some shit that took a long time for me to forgive myself for that. You know what I mean? Not to try to take a turn to the dark side, but I'm at the same time, this is real. Reality. This is reality. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying this shit cool. And if you are a man right now who are finding yourself uncontrollably mad to the point that you're putting your hands on your significant other, I can't tell you how to handle it, but just know, bro, a lot of times this stuff comes from an example that was set for you. There was something you saw that told you, hey, this is how you express this. Like, dig and do like I did. I'm 17, 18. No, I'm 18 when I'm doing this. I'm 18. So listen, I had to go back as an 18-year-old to my younger self and just think on the shit that I experienced and the shit that I saw. And I had to realize where it came from. And once I realized where it came from, I had to grab that. I had to get that root or that weed and pull that shit out of my character. You know what I mean? Because I had anger issues. Didn't even know it. So this shit go deep when it comes to what you can pick up from somebody as a child.
So deep to the point where it's, what's the word? Implicit?
Yeah, implicit memory. Yes.
So implicit memory. So, okay, with implicit memory, I remember there was a situation where I was around a husband and his wife, and they got into a argument. They had just had a newborn. And in the midst of this argument, I'm holding the baby. I had to go around the corner into another room because the baby don't understand these words. I'm only like 3 months old, but it feel the energy and it's clenching me. The baby was clenching me because it was scared. You know what I'm saying? So these type of energy, the energy that you put out, what you're saying, what are you doing? They're picking up on everything. They might not remember what took place, but the feeling that stays will be there. Like the feeling and it will stay there. And I have memories from when I was a child, back to, I think maybe my youngest might have been 4 or 5 years old, that I remember the feeling of, because it wasn't a good feeling. I remember a feeling of being happy as well. So you have to be mindful of what all is going on around your child, who you bring around your child. Not saying be so sheltering, because they do need to develop and grow. That they have to, just like how he had to find that root and pluck it. They still have to go through their process of life and figuring out what it is and changing what needs to be changed. But the things that you can control to help your child develop and be able to even spot those things, that's where we come in at. So that implicit memory real, man, because that stood with me. This was some years ago. That stood with me when that baby clenched me like that. And I was just, the baby don't even understand. I would have thought the baby would have just been, just kind of just doing cooing and all this other stuff and limp. This baby was scared.
Energy is a universal language. And may I add, you can't hide your energy. You can be mad and smile all day. You can't hide that energy, but that energy gonna tell. Energy is the biggest snitch in the world. That's a quote. But dead ass, energy is a snitch, bro. That shit gonna tell on you. So, and you don't have to intellectualize you reading energy. You might not know what word to put there, but you can feel if an energy good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't even have to be an empath to do that. You know what I mean? Now, if you an empath, you damn near could read the energy and goddamn read that bit back like it was a text. Like you looking at the words, but because it's just more specific and you tap in a lot more in depth to the energy as an empath. But a regular person, because we're all energetic beings, all of us pick up on the frequencies, man. All of us, we like, I mean, that's just how we work, because we're vibrational beings. Like we vibrate all the time. We're always vibrating. Everything is vibrating. Like anything that's alive is vibrating. So we pick up on this energy. So a baby can pick up on that energy. And as far as that implicit memory shit go, it goes as far as, okay, if you're legit a baby, like you could be a newborn, you could be 2 months old, like she said, 3 months old. If your mama, like, if they leave you in the crib and just lets you cry all the time and don't come see about you because that's their way of like, we don't want to spoil you type shit, you could grow up and have abandonment issues. You know what I mean? Have no idea why you got them, but could have abandonment issues. That child that she's talking about, right now, today, that child could possibly have anxiety. You know what I mean? That child could have, like, it could go that far. You know what I mean? It just depends, and you don't never know how something gonna affect something until it affects it. So, like, this shit deep, y'all. So, like, at the end of the day, we gotta really monitor what we do and how we move around little ones that's watching and learning.
And also, pay attention to them. Don't be so caught up in yourself that you don't see what's going on with your child.
Facts.
So if you said or did something, or something is going on around that you don't even have nothing to do with, but if you pay attention to their mannerism, something, and it might be subtle. Some babies and some kids don't do grandiose things to show you like, hey, something's bothering me. It might be something so small where they just playing with, they fidgeting, like pulling on their ear, or they fidget, like, I have this thing that I do to make me feel comfortable. It's a picture that I have, and I'm taking a pic. Like I was in school, and I can tell that I was uncomfortable because I'm holding my thumb. I'm holding my thumb like this, and I did that a lot. I'm just literally holding my thumb, trying to coddle myself. I was a crybaby, you know what I'm saying? So I found ways to make myself feel comfortable in situations that I wasn't comfortable in. Not saying that I was in a lot of uncomfortable situations, but because I'm an emotional person, I'm sensitive to a lot of things. So I had to find ways to do that. You know what I'm saying? And with my mama knowing that I was a crybaby, she found ways for her to make it work for her to coddle me as well. Now, she did know that, but because I cried so much, she sheltered me. So if I was, to me, I think I might have been sheltered a little too much, but I understand why she did it. Now that I'm older, looking back on it. But that was what she knew that worked. You know what I'm saying? So her paying attention to me, that's what she did.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was saying, pay attention to your kids, because it's not always a big thing that they do to show you something is wrong. And especially if they don't come to you, because they might not even know how to articulate it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really pay attention to your kids and learn what do they like, what they don't like, what might set them off this way.
Mm-hmm.
Is something going on emotionally or psychologically with my child?
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll have to be able to try to dive into that and figure them out, because they're going to need you to help, to give them those tools when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to need you for when they get older to come back to and talk about these things, because they're so young, they might not remember everything all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And the same for y'all. So y'all might have to connect and untie those knots. You know what I'm saying?
Get your side and my side and get the full story.
Cause me and Joe talked to my mama. Was that last week? That was last week.
That was last Sunday.
She came over and we just sat outside on the porch talking. It seemed like every time now I talk to my mama, I'm learning something new about her, and it's just organic. Like she just tells us a little bit more about how she grew up or how she's growing up now at her age. You know what I'm saying? And it helps us where we are now.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
and I can appreciate that now, because I wouldn't have been able to. I didn't appreciate what she was trying to tell me when I was younger, because I thought I knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she's taking the time out to do that now matters. And even the fact that she tried to do that then. But she knew her child, like, I'm going to tell her this because I'm her mama, although she is not going to receive this. Mm-hmm. But when I go back and think on it now, like, dog, mama told me that. I didn't know she meant it like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
And it made me think about one of my favorite lyrics from Common. If any of y'all have ever heard Joe Henson music, Monte Carlo music, or Blight Love music, you might be aware that I like lyrics. I'm a lyric person, right? But as much as I'm like big on metaphors and similes and wordplay and all of that, my favorite lyrics that I can recall are more so just real life gems, jewels, shit that's like, it sounds simple on the surface, but when you dive into it, it's deeper. Because to me, the key to listening to a lyrical artist, people who like really play with the English language and words and shit, to me, the key to understanding those type of artists' music and getting the full value of it, you have to see what they're saying. Like literally visual arts. As you're saying it, I'm seeing it. And also, you got to look at the perspective of what's being said, right? So I say all that to say my favorite Common lyric is on his song B from his album B, which is one of my favorite Common songs ever. He say, waiting for the Lord to rise, I look into my daughter's eyes and realize I'ma learn through her. The Messiah might even return through her. If I'ma do it, I gotta change the world through her. That's some heavy shit, dog.
Yeah.
That is heavy as fuck. And to me, it's so dope because he realized that not only is he setting an example and teaching her, but she's also going to set an example and teach him. And that's the relationship, to me, between parent and child.
Yep.
It's a teacher-student relationship, but the roles reverse all the time. That shit might reverse 100 times in a day. You know what I mean? I was just talking to my homie Fred, and he was talking about how his kids is teaching him patience. But see, Fred struggles with patience. You know what I mean? So his children is teaching him and bettering him and making him become a better human being. And he's going to be a better parent because of that. He's going to be a better husband one day because of that. He's going to be a better friend, a better art. He's going to be a better everything all around because of what he's learning from being a parent to his kids. So this shit do go both ways. But we really, 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 as parents, as adults, as people who done been there, done that, we got to realize the power in what we're doing. So I say that to also say this. Them jokes ain't always funny.
Oh No.
Them jokes ain't always funny, man.
Man.
Like those jokes, those little insults, those remarks, the shit that we say. Like if your child do some shit and you just be like, what you doing? Why you being dumb?
Yep.
Like you think that you're saying that one time and it's only gonna affect them one time when you say why you being dumb or you acting dumb or you like when you talk to your child like that. When you show your child that you don't give a fuck about what they doing. Like if they present something to you and you kind of just treat it like whatever, this stuff impacts them. That shit hurts. That shit affects them, bro. I'm gonna tell you, a child that trying to get their parent to show you shit and hey, please, hey, look at this, daddy, look at this, mom, do this, mom, hey, like see me, and then you kind of brush them off. They grow up 9 times out of 10 to be adults who are fiending for attention, and they start doing unhealthy shit and being in unhealthy lifestyle, trying to get that attention from a man or a woman that they didn't get from their parents. So we got to be mindful of the character aspect of this, the psychological aspect of this, because it's not as simple as you think. Like if you pick on your kid or joke on your kid, now mind you, I might joke on my kids, but if I do, it's going to be when they're of age to understand I am clearly joking. You know what I mean? And I'm going to let them know I'm clearly joking. You know what I mean? Because I know I like to have fun. We going to have a fun ass family. We going to laugh and joke and do little shit like that. But I know not to do that when they're so young that they can't understand the context of what I'm saying. And I ain't just gonna fire their ass up about shit that I know they insecure about. Anything I know they insecure about, I'm not joking about it. Because I know you playing with, I can't even say you playing with fire, nigga. You just made a campfire and sat Indian style in that motherfucker. Like, I know what that does. Like, I've been broken from shit that was said to me. Like, damn, like, that's how you see me. Like, that's who I am. Like,
and I'm still fighting. Like, my stuff from when I was a child, from relatives and friends and associates, even friends of the older people. You know what I'm saying? So
it's real.
Although they may have been jokes, it's always the truth somewhere in there. And as a child, since we are energy feeling people, you know what's up. So it's just, so you automatically in your head thinking the wrong thing, and nobody is coming to you and telling you stuff. So it's really up to us. And whether we know it or not, that's the same child that dealt with those situations could possibly grow up and have kids and do the same thing and don't know that it's wrong.
That's usually how it happens.
They don't know that it's wrong. So you have to really just
thing, I'm going to tell you one of the saddest things in the world to see to me. This is literally this shit breaks my heart. I hate to see a child that's insecure. Like really insecure. I hate to see a child that think they ugly. I hate to see a child that think they stupid, that think they're fat, that think they're you're too young to think about yourself like that. So when I remember working at Rent-A-Center, man. I used to work at Rent-A-Center. That was my last slave job. And I quit in 2017. But I remember going on a delivery on the east side of Albany, Georgia, where we live. And I can't remember what we were delivering a bed. We were delivering a bed. And we delivered the bed. It was me and I want to say my partner, Rosby. Shout out to Rosby, man. I ain't seen Rosby in a minute. That's good people, man. Shout out to Rosby if you happen to watch this, bro. I love you. We need to reconnect. But I think it was me and my partner, Rosby. And after first of all, while we were putting the bed up in this woman's house, she was very rude. She was rude to us. She was rude. You remember me telling you that? Yep. She was rude to me. She was rude to him. She was rude to the kids. She just was having a bad day. And that's understandable. You having a bad day. I get it. Them shits can suck. At that time, I didn't realize every day is a good day. Ain't no such thing as a bad day, bro. You alive. If you are alive, you're having a pretty good day because somebody didn't wake up or somebody ain't going to go to sleep and wake up again. You did? So if you are alive, it could always be worse. you are having a good day. You just got to take the good with the bad and learn the lessons that's coming from the day that you wouldn't deem bad. So she was having a bad day. And she talking all kind of shit to her kids. And she talking to her kids like these grown motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and she talking to them crazy. So crazy that I'm in my mind while putting up the bed thinking to myself, Carlo, would you be wrong to say something? Like, should you say like, hey, I ain't trying to be in your business and all of that? So I came to the conclusion, as good as my intention is, I would be overstepping my boundaries. You know what I mean? Because I ain't fuck her. Them ain't my kids. I don't even know her. I just came to deliver a bed.
Yep.
That I have no power there, no control there. But guess what I did after she talked to her daughter crazy and got her to go in there and wash the dishes? When I'm walking out and I gotta walk through the kitchen to get out and I see her, I'm looking at the face of her and I see her daughter face and I'm clearly feeling what she feels. I whispered to her down low like, hey, I can't remember verbatim, but it was something to the effect like, hey, it's okay. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Cause she was talking to this girl like something was wrong with her, like she was retarded or something. And that girl felt like shit. But I told her like, hey, ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I mean? Listen to your mama, but do what your mama say, but don't ever let nobody make you feel like not shit. But I told her don't let nobody make you feel bad. You know what I mean? Like don't give nobody that power. I told her not even your mama. Like don't give nobody the power to make you feel this bad. And I told her like, please, like, protect yourself, man. And I hope she got what I gave her, because I had to tell her that, but I had to do it so her mama wouldn't hear it. You know what I mean? But I couldn't have left without saying that, because, man, that girl, I could feel that, and I could see clearly, like, man, that girl might not, if this is what she experiences all the time, she's not going to be okay when she get older.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She already...
Yeah, like, man, that shit hurt. Like, I'm telling you, that shit hurt me, man. I done been ready to thump. Me and Sean done got in an argument about my niece about some shit. Because it's just like, it's hard, man. It is hard for me to just, because I've been that kid, man.
Yeah.
I've been that kid, man. Like I've been that child. So I know how that goes. And I'm willing to go toe to toe with damn near anybody to protect a child, because these children gonna grow up and fuck around and be the type of people we hear about on the news, or the type of people that goddamn be psychopaths or something. They gonna grow up and contribute to the world negatively. Yep. You know what I mean?
And we complain about the negative so much, but if we don't like it, we gotta start with us and at home.
You gotta nip shit in the bud before it grows. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we always talk about kids are the future, but what are we doing to contribute to that future?
What kind of future are we grooming?
Yeah, like what kind of future we trying to have though? Like, these kids you just can't say, oh, I'm gonna have some kids and there you go. Like no.
Like with us, we don't have kids yet, but we already know what our 2 kids gonna be named. It's gonna be Kyoko. Her name means greets the world with happiness, or greets the world with joy. One of the two. Happiness. I thought so. That's Kyoko. And then we have our son, Kwali, which is seeker of truth. We gave them names other than the fact that they just sound good to us. And I always love Talia Kwali name. But that's what we want to put into the future. Like, that's what we want to put into the future of the world. Yep. We want to create a child that's going to bring joy to the world, happiness, that's going to make a positive impact on the world. And then with Kwali, who's also going to do that, but he's a man, and to me, that's important for him to seek truth. And I know as a man, as his father, I'm going to have to groom him in a way where, hey, bro, when you go on the path of seeking truth, this shit ugly now. This shit can get ugly. So I'm going to have to help him maneuver them waters in a way where he projects the truth that he learns in his adult life and even in his teenage life out into the world in a positive way. I can't allow that truth to corrupt him and make him turn to the
Yeah.
dark side on some Anakin Skywalker type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is just shit that I think about, man. This is shit that we've sat and thought about. Like, we want to create two human beings that will help better the world, not two human beings that we got to go see behind bars.
Right.
Not two human beings. I don't ever want to see Kyoko or even have to talk to Kyoko about a dude beating on her. You know what I mean? And I know I didn't have situations with my ex where it's like, damn, like I did this. Like I was fucked up for doing that. I had to learn how to overcome that. So I know that it's a chance that can happen because we all have demons. But at the end of the day, though, I want to give them, and I'm just speaking for me, I want to arm them in a way where they can learn how to navigate the waters and avoid certain shit that we might not have avoided. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, period. And one thing about it, if you groom a child in a healthy way, they can live in a healthy way. And if they live in a healthy way, they can avoid a lot of the toxic shit that's out here. Because the whole world toxic. You know what I mean?
In the process of doing all of this with teaching your kids strategies and the right way of thinking and doing things from right from wrong and all of that, we also have to make sure for ourselves and to teach them it's okay if it doesn't go right.
Facts.
Everything is not perfect.
Facts.
We are not perfect.
Facts.
So although we're telling you and teaching you these things and these guidelines or whatever word that fits, these principles, thank you, because I knew none of them words was right.
And values.
While we're teaching you these principles and values, just know and understand that there's always a flip side to everything. So everything is not going to go exactly according to plan, and that is okay.
It's actually part of the plan.
Exactly.
It's part of the plan.
And sometimes, because I've noticed, you can teach somebody something and actually kind of make them feel like they have to be perfect with it.
Facts.
So because you keep telling them, no, that's not right. Do it again, this, that, next, which is
I struggle with that.
Which is okay. I mean, because you want them to get it right, but it's always a line. There's a limit. So you have to make sure that you won't break them in that manner, because we are so fragile. We so strong, but we so fragile. So you have to be careful. Handle me with care.
Yeah, man.
So not only do you have to handle yourself with care, because we are not going to be perfect parents. We're not going to be perfect. So we can say something that they're easily going to take the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then we still have to come back, make that correction, come back again and say, hey, mama or daddy was wrong. Yeah. I was wrong. Apologize to your children.
I was just about to say that.
Apologize to your kids.
Ooh, that's important.
Like,
bruh.
They human. They deserve that. That's
bruh.
a part of love. Apologize to them, because
bruh.
they need to know. If they don't understand, like, I'm supposed to say sorry when I'm wrong, they finna go out here and just be doing a whole bunch of stuff.
And I done met a bunch of niggas.
And hurting more people.
I done met a bunch of niggas that'll fuck you over and do not think they wrong for it.
Man.
You know what I mean?
And teach them, too, that everybody ain't gonna apologize.
Really?
And also teach them that
really, though?
you can apologize. You can apologize. Okay, like, I apologize for my actions a lot of times. And sometimes I apologize for my emotions. I might have meant what I might have did or said, but how I went about doing it was completely wrong. So you ain't got to, like, pull back on who you are, because you might have actually meant what you did and said, but how I went about it is wrong. So they have to know that too. So, but they ain't going to know that unless you show them that. So you have to come down and be like, mama sorry, dad is sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or I didn't mean to make you mad. Like, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you. This is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Because that is very important. So you have to show them love can come in discipline too.
Yeah, discipline is part of love.
And there are some kids who has never been disciplined at all.
Never. And never seen somebody that was disciplined. Never got that example.
Has gone through life thinking that it's okay. They don't have no responsibilities. They don't have no discipline. They just out here, no respect. So they just out here doing whatever they want to do, say what they want to say, and thinking it's okay. And then when somebody shows them that it ain't, they pushing back and don't understand why they getting that pushback. It starts early. You have to talk to them and teach them early, because once they get to really 7, I was finna say 18, but once they get to what age, I still say it's younger. I think when they get to what 3, because they know.
The first 7 years, if I'm correct, the first 7 years is the time where a human being learns the most. First 7 years. So, man, that's why I said I'm gonna fire our kids up on some playful, just joking shit though, not cutting deep in areas you already fucked up and sensitive in, because I know that just as humans we all have insecurities about shit, so they gonna have, and then too we can't stop the fact that they're gonna go to school and compare themselves to other kids, because school honestly and truly is not designed to help us develop into the best human beings we can be. That ain't what school teaches us. School teach you how to be a good slave. School teach you how to get a job and maintain a job and follow orders. That's what school does. But the fucked up part about school is it's the first, I don't want to say the first, but it's one of the first, and we spoke on this in the last podcast. It's one of the first places in our lives where our ego is at risk. You know, where the ego really kick in, because it's like, damn, you got a chick, I got an ex. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you got honor roll and you got the red ribbon, I got the blue ribbon, or however, whatever. Like, we constantly being compared to other people, when in reality everybody is a one of one. So how the fuck can you compare me or her or him or us? We can't really compare shit, to be really real.
Please don't compare y'all kids to one another.
That fucked me up as a kid. Cause I dealt with that. I've dealt with that. Like, why you can't do like all the other kids and da 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 da? Cause I ain't they little ugly ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just me as a kid now. You know what I mean? But like all jokes aside, like, I'm not them, man. Like, I'm me. I got my character and my shit. Like, bad enough kids don't get to learn the way they learn in school, because you got to learn the way that the schools say you should learn, and if you don't, they say you slow, and then they throw you in another class and put you on another bus and act like you need this medicine and that like, but we just learn different. We're different people. You know what I mean?
That's why I say
that shit crazy.
Learn your kids, because what one child may need, the other one may not. So with those, and that's why I say don't compare. It's okay to make an example. Like, say it's like, hey, okay, you see, if you're trying to teach one something, you see how your brother did that there? You see how, now you try and see how it worked for you. Although you may use examples, you know, of with your kids, there are ways of doing it. So don't compare your kids, because that creates animosity between them, and you don't want that. If you want your kids to get along with each other,
yeah, man,
do not do that. Because if you to use the example that I used, this brother over here might feel some kind of way and feel jealous because of this brother, because you done pointed that out.
Yep.
This brother now don't even know that this one is jealous.
Yep.
For what?
Yep. And that shit can continue. That jealousy and competition between siblings can last a lifetime. That could be a lifelong thing. Like, literally, I am not exaggerating. That can be a lifelong thing. That shit can go well into a nigga 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, if they never learn where it come from, why they have that, and how to pluck that weed. And I know it's weird, maybe, because a lot of people have what I deem, me personally, to be a false understanding. Let me just say misunderstanding. A lot of people tend to misunderstand, and they say stuff like, if you don't have kids, you don't understand what it's like to have kids. If you don't have kids, how the hell you tell me about kids? Yeah. You ain't got kids. You ain't never left no evidence, nothing like that out here in this world. How you tell me what to do about kids? You ain't never had kids. Yeah, I don't have kids, but I've been a kid. And also, FYI, I haven't been secluded away from kids all my 35 years of living, nigga. I have met kids. I have dealt with kids. I have had very close relations with kids. It might not be the same as being around the clock around a kid all the time, but it's enough to understand their psyche and what, like what they're feeling. And then too, not having a kid and talking and having relationships with kids, sometimes because you're not the parent, you get insight into their mind and emotions that the parent don't get because they scared to say it to the parent. And I know this factually. So to all of you people, hear us out. We speaking from experience. And I know that you might have a child or you might know someone who has a child. But just understand this. The truth comes in many forms and from many places. They don't always come from one place. Just because you're a parent don't mean the truth about parenting is only going to come from parents. It can come from anybody, dog. Listen, a child ain't never been an adult, but they can teach you.
Yeah.
So if a child can teach you and you're grown as fuck, you done been everywhere they finna go. You done shitted in your pamper a billion times before they done got a chance to shit in their pamper 3 times. They still teaching you. You can learn from anything, and you never know how God gonna talk to you. So at the end of the day, let's keep an open mind, man, because I'm telling you, everything we saying facts. And it's facts because we know how it was to be children. Every human has been a kid before. Yep. We not Adam and Eve, nigga. We not born fully grown adults. We were born babies. We might not remember being a baby, but I remember being 4. Yeah. I remember being 4. I remember how I felt at 4. I remember how I felt when I had an earache and me and my mama working on social studies homework and she popped the shit out of me in my ear while I had an earache. I remember how hard that shit hurt and how hard she hit me, how much this shit hurt. And I definitely remember my ass crying. I cried like, my ass cried, nigga. Yeah, that hurt. I cried like I was being born. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, dog, like I know what it's like to be a child. I know what it's like to deal with a parent that's not patient with you. I know what it's like. You know what I mean? Like you can know these things without having kids, y'all. So at the end of the day, man, we just love y'all. We love the kids and we want the world to be a better place. And this is our TED Talk. So we thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. Like, y'all don't understand, man. This shit here for me, like, doing this podcast, I see immediately, like, I am in love with doing this. Like, I love just sitting down and emptying out my brain and talking to y'all, man, and giving y'all a chance to get to know me and kind of dive into this, me and my crazy world. You know what I mean? And diving into her and her crazy world. These things we call our minds, which is filled with our experiences. And we love sharing this, man, because, I mean, damn, man, everybody want to receive a blessing, but you got to be a blessing. Yeah. And if anything that I can say, any words that God has given me, anything that I hear in the wind and spit out to you, I hope it's helpful. I hope it's beneficial. Like, I think the things that we have talked about so far and the things that I can imagine we talk about in the future, I think we going to help some people, man. We just trying to get y'all some food for thought, some things to think about, man. So we thank y'all for tuning in to the 3rd episode of Lane Shit Different Day. I am your co-host. I can't even say your host. I am a co-host with my life partner. I am Joe Henson.
I'm Bradley.
And we are Blight Love. And we love y'all, man. And hey, remember now, you were a kid before. Love your kids, man. Be patient with your kids, man. Let's set good examples for these kids so these kids can grow up and create a better world than the world we grew up in. What's up? You can't be fucking up my outro either, man.
I'm sorry.
Can't be fucking my outro up, dog. You fucking my outro up, dog. All right, but what you finna say?
To add to your statement of love your kid, it might help you in loving your kid when you love the kid in you.
You didn't fuck my outro up. You just dug into my brain because I thought that. I had that thought. I was this close to saying that.
That's the only way.
Yeah. Like, if y'all know us, like for those of you who are familiar with us, especially, well, I can't even say especially because it's equal as fuck. We are in tune with our inner child. Like we do things. I ain't got my wallet on me. I got a Scooby-Doo wallet that say baked on it. And it got Shaggy and Scooby on that bitch on both sides. And they are high as fuck. I'm 35 years old. That might look weird, sound weird. You might think I'm lame for that. And I am lame as fuck. I'm definitely lame for that.
And it's Velcro.
And yes. And I love when I get to open it, I hear that. And I love that sound. Like, and then I know the person that's seeing it might be judging me. It just makes it even more fun for me. But the thing is, I do small things to just give my inner child something to enjoy. You can't lose your inner child. One of the issues in this world right now, especially when you think about the politicians and all the crazy shit going on and the overly hood niggas and shit, niggas done lost sight of their inner child. The joy and wonder of the world, the adventure mentality, the imagination, all the great things that comes with your inner child and being a child, you lose sight of that. And when you lose sight of that, man, the world have its way with you. I remember I made a vow to myself as a child, I will never let this world destroy this part of me. Like it's I know it sounds weird to think that a child thinks like that, but I was a different type of child. You know what I mean? I had all kind of shit, but I can't even say I thought like that. God just planted that in my head. God did that all the time as a child, and God still does that all the time. A lot of shit that I be telling y'all, it don't be me saying it. It ain't shit that I sat down and put a whole lot of thought into. It's shit that just got put in my spirit because I was supposed to put it out into the world. So yeah, man, I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Love your inner child. Embrace your inner child. Don't be a child. Be mature. Be grown. But know it's okay to play sometimes. You know what I mean? Don't be so serious and I gotta be this all the time that you are boring and that you're sad and that you're unhappy and that you don't know how to enjoy the little things. Life ain't all about making money and paying bills. Mm-hmm. You did? So yeah, man, my thing to you, I challenge you. Do something today that makes your inner child smile. I am Joe Henson, man. Did my life partner, Briley. We all blight love. She ain't gonna fuck my intro up this time. We out this bitch, bitch. No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all. Peace.